Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the champ, Fabrício Andrade, up against Enkh-Orgil Bartakhuu. Nailed the pronunciation. It's coming one fight night 38 in Bangkok. Main event. It's about time, right, Fabrizio?
Yes, I'm very happy to be back. I have been working a lot and developed my skills. That's the thing, like for me, it doesn't matter, if I'm in fight camp or not. I'm just training, and try to get better. So I knew I was going to fight him for a long time, and I just have been working a lot of on my grappling.
He has 3 wins on the bounce. He got 2 submissions. Are you impressed with him? Is he the right candidate?
Yeah, man, he's tough, Like there's one thing, he's tough. He lost one time to Arten. Arten was able to stop him, but he come from good wins, and he's a tough opponent, very experienced. And I think in this point, a lot of people still like question my grappling. So they are like, oh, maybe if he fight a wrestler, he will be able to take me down. So I think with this fight, I can answer a lot of questions about my grappling.
Didn't you win your debut by rear naked choke?
Yeah, yeah. But Abelardo tried to take me down. He tried to take me down, and I was able to defend and come out in his back.
That's what I like about you. I think I was sitting at home in the pandemic. They're like, there's a striker fought in China in kickboxing, and then you just come and choke the guy. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I'm
yeah.
gonna I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy. And then you became the champion, and then I just watch you go like this. Do you feel that you are the best in the world right now?
I feel I'm there. Like I am with those names. Like I trained with a lot of different fighters around the world. Different promotions and everywhere. Like now, I also train different gyms. I went to Nova União. I went to Fighting Nerds. Now I was there for many months, and the feedback that I get, is that I am there. Like I cannot know like I am the best in the world because there's a lot of people there that I have to beat to be the best in the world. But I think I'm there with them.
I saw that you said you will beat Murab, but dude, his wrestling, I mean, that looks like a nightmare, right?
Yeah, it's not his wrestling. I think it's just his cardio. Even on the stand up, he doesn't stop moving. He's always like shaking, bouncing, and he doesn't stop. And he just get like more and more and more every round, and he wear downs everybody. And like even Corey, if you see, Corey was able to defend the takedowns. He wasn't in the ground anytime, but he still like almost got dropped, and he showed that like also in the strike area, like it's just his cardio. He doesn't stop coming. So to fight him, like you need to have a very good fight camp and also a very good game plan.
How would you beat Murab?
I would not try to beat him by decision. That's for sure. Like I if you see that guy, he's just uh, wearing down everybody with his cardio. So you're gonna try to have more cardio than him. Like this is a bit like silly. So I think it's better for to try to finish the fight early. Like first round, second round, while you still have a good energy and you have like full power. So you need to be very patient on the beginning of the fight and don't make mistakes and then catch him with a good shot.
Yeah,
Now he
because
fighting Petr Yan, so it's a good fight, like Peter lost first fight, but he was coming from a lot of loss. Now he win 3 fights in a row, and I think he have a different mindset, so I think it's gonna be very interesting.
how is it sparring with Pyotr?
We haven't been sparring for a while, like after I became champion, probably I haven't sparred with him, but before it was always good. He have a very good boxing, very fast hand, and I always like to train with guys like that. When I have opportunity to train with guys like that, I will always do because you just like learn, it's not like only about try to knock each other out, it's about like skills, speed. So you learn more doing sparring with people like that than doing with a guy who is just like gonna try to knock you out.
Are you still with Tiger?
Yes, yes, I'm done with that. Yeah.
Nice. And
I just try, like I just try to be more time in Brazil as well, because my whole career I was living here and away from my family, from my house, everything. And but now I have my life is better, like I earn more money, I can travel more. So I try to enjoy and spend more time in Brazil, and that's why I look in like now we have good gyms there, they everybody's doing good in every promotion in PFL, UFC, one, a lot of people are doing good in Brazil, and the gyms as well have better training.
tell me about the fighting nerds. Have you managed to, did you have a whiskey and a cigarette with Carlos Prates yet?
No, no, for him, he trains in two gyms. So he trains in his hometown is Taubaté,
Yeah.
and also he trains in Fighting Nerds. So Fighting Nerds is in the center of São Paulo, so it's in the capital. But where he lives and where he trains is like 1 hour or 1 hour and a half away. So he most of the time he train in his gym, and then he comes to Fighting Nerds like 2 3 times a week for sparring or to train with the coach. Sometimes he stay there for 1 week, 2 weeks, but mostly he likes to train in his hometown.
So who's the main guys that you train with, and what's the most important or most helpful thing that you learned while you're there?
There's a lot of good guys there, in not only the ones that are already like famous, but there's other guys who are like up and comers, like trying to make to the big stage. And I could learn a lot from those guys, like the ones like Carlos, Caio, and Hoofy, they are a little bit like heavier, right? They fight like heavier division. So and they have like two different trainings for smaller guys and heavier guys. But what was good for me in there was just like I think the style that they are trying to make everybody understand is a style that I like, that I was already kind of doing a little bit of that. And when you just like l- somebody teach that in a way, your brain picks up better, like about like I see that my distance, got way better because we work a lot of distance, and now I feel like I can manage it more. And that is makes me more dangerous because it's harder to take somebody down that you don't find the distance. You gotta shoot from far away, and you cannot get to the leg so fast. Because in also in the strike I can hit, and I can also come get back without getting hit. So this is what I work a lot there. And the grappling as well, they train a lot of grappling there. The training is really hard. And yeah, I enjoyed a lot. I plan to come back there when I'm in Brazil.
How do you use sports science or data in your preparation and recovery?
About that, they are very good as well. That's something that I just remember because you say they are very like technical. They have like one guy that his job there is only watch fights. So he watch like the opponent's fights. He kind of like try to pick up something that the guy does like on the beginning of rounds. So they analyze like a lot of tapes, and they did this work for me as well for this fight. And yeah, it was very nice, because I felt like for my last sometimes for my fights I don't have like clear game plan, and this time I have like everything like so clear, like I have to do this, after I have to do this, and then this, so this was very helpful for this camp. And but the recovery, I this is something that I always like pay a lot attention of, because sometimes you can get like near to your fight, very like without energy, when you go too hard. So you have like to peak in the right time, like on the training, get hard, and then you have to slow down to get like your full recover for the fight. And I like to do like yoga, I like to do breathwork, ice bath, sauna. Sauna is like probably one of addiction now. I I have to do sauna like everywhere I am in Brazil. Here, I have to do sauna like every week. I just help me with like the stress. With like the 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 amount of training. Inflammation. Help me like with everything. So I do like through 2 3 times every sauna, then massage. Yeah, I take a recover very very seriously.
Man, you're making me. I need to book more saunas, man. It's amazing. Let me ask you about this fight. I love some of your highlights. The beautiful body shots, and no matter how tough you are, when you find that spot, you're in trouble, especially with you. So, how do you see yourself ending this fight?
I think his style is always kind of the same. He doesn't change too much. He likes to get like to the ropes and then try to take you down, and he just laying you down. Try to make you use your strengths and get tired. So for me, I need to defend his takedowns, and after that, I do what I do. I like this is natural for me. I hit your head, but I'm always thinking about your body because I know like especially after you use a lot of strength, you're gonna be a little bit tired, and if you get like hits to the body, this is gonna like slowly like killing you, and eventually you're gonna get knocked out. So my game plan is basically the same as like a kind of Lineker, when I fight Lineker. I gotta like make him tired and then stop the fight.
Do you feel that the bantamweight MMA division needs more love? Because look at Muay Thai. MMA, in my opinion, needs a little bit more love. I think you need more tests. You need more opponents. What do you think?
Yes, I think after the Muay Thai and kickboxing like got very excited, got very exciting fights. I think they kind of like forgot a little bit about MMA. But yeah, they just need to. We got a lot of guys in like top 5, top 10. That they just need to fight each other. I think if this happen, we're gonna have a lot of contenders like I didn't fought Loman. And so he's also a possibility, but he hasn't fought fight. So I think yeah, just the fight needs to happen.
When you see 173 in Japan, amazing. But do you feel left out? The Christian, Yuya, the other MMA champions, they got to fight, got big wins. Do you get FOMO?
I was actually meant to fight on the card.
Really?
Like, yeah. So they told me I was going to fight on the card. It was probably like in April. you know so I was waiting to fight there, and then after they moved my fight to Bangkok. So I was a little bit I want to fight in Japan. This is like a country that probably like most people want to fight, so I want to fight there. But yeah, what can you do? First thing, I just need to fight. Like,
Yeah. And
that's
your
the
main
main
event
thing.
now, your main event, right? It's always
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Yeah, that's also nice.
In this game, you have to
I
call
thought
your.
about that. I thought about that when they change. I say, yeah, but at least I'm gonna be the main event. And like in Thailand, it's kind of like you find a home,
Yeah. And
so
and
it's
when you're
easy.
when you're an old man, it's nice to have the posters.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
In this
Now I
game,
had like,
sorry,
huh?
yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
I have like 3 or 4 now already main events.
Perfect. In this game, sometimes you need to call your shot when you want to get something. So, do you want to send a message? 1175 Tokyo, April 29th, 2026, Fabrício Andrade. Got to be there.
Yes, for sure, man. I got a lot of friends in Japan, you know, and a lot of like people who likes me in there. I think it would be great to fight there.
What's your
I've
dream
been there. I
matchup?
trained with Takeru,
Oh yeah,
with Tiger, with all those guys. Yeah, yeah.
in Vasilius.
Yeah, yeah. When it was still like the little room, you know. Now they moved, they have the bigger room, but when I went there it was like so little, you know.
What was that like, man? I think they sparred too hard, but what do I know? But those guys go crazy. What are they doing? What was that
Bro,
like?
you cannot move. There's no space. Really, like now I don't know. The new place I haven't been, but the old place you couldn't move. You had to stay in front of each other and just bang, you know. And you know, but this is kind of like a style, you know. They always had like I think the Chinese and the Japanese, you know, they like to, especially when they fight in kickboxing, they like to go for it, you know, like stay in front of each other and just like go. And before when I fight in China, I also felt like that, you know. They didn't have like a proper game plan or strategy, you know. They just want to like fight, you know.
What do you think about this? I don't like this style. Maybe sometimes in camp you need a little bit of this, but I don't agree. I think it's bad for your brain. But I'm not a fighter. What do you think?
I also don't like, you know, actually, like when I was younger, when I just like arrived in Tiger, and I just had the need to like prove myself, you know, like I needed that. And I remember for a while, like I only did sparring. Like my training was only sparring. So every week I was just spar, because they have Muay Thai sparring Monday, Wednesday, Friday, morning and afternoon. So I did all of those. And then they had boxing sparring Wednesday and Friday, and I also did those. And they have MMA sparring Monday and Friday 4 p.m. So I also did those. So what I do is I go to Muay Thai sparring 3 p.m. After finish Muay Thai sparring, I would keep my gear and then I walk to the MMA area and then I start MMA sparring 4 p.m. So I would do two different sparring in a row because I just like felt like I needed this, you know. But in every sparring, I try to win. Every sparring, I try to kill the guy, you know. I try to go as hard as I could, and the but now I see that like it's not smart, you know. Like you can get injury very easy, you know. You are not learning nothing because you are having wars, you know. Like you are learning to be tough. That's it, you know. You're gonna learn to be tough, but you are not learning technique. You are not improve your game, you know. And I think when I understood this also make me improve as a fighter. I improved a lot when I understood this, you know, that what I was doing was not smart. And then I start to work on my feet work, you know, and I said, oh, maybe I should work on my feet work and move more, you know. And then I start to move, you know. Before I was just like stay in front of each other and go, you know. And yeah, when I understand this, I my game improve a lot, and you get less injury, you know. You don't get concussion, you know, like because every sparring I would get hit and my brain would like boom and I would keep going. So I don't have that anymore, and I try to don't get that, you know,
Yeah,
because I think it's not health, it's not good for your brain.
you got to look
But
after it. You got to look after your
I
brain,
see
man.
a lot of people they still doing it, you know, like they do it.
I think there's still, as a sport, we still need to evolve a little bit more. But if you compare to the
Yeah.
NFL or something, I think combat sports is still a little bit behind, a little bit old-fashioned with some of the approach, but it's getting better slowly.
Yeah, you know, because we still a young sport. We don't know what's like from boxing. We already know a little bit, you know. But I think just in like 10, 20 years is we're gonna know what's gonna happen with the MMA fighters, you know. Then, oh, that make that guy have that, and that make that guy have that, and then you're gonna be like, oh, you know. But from now we don't know. So what you don't know is not scary, you know. Like you just do it.
Yeah, I'm working with M2 MMA, and what we're trying to do is focus on using data to know, okay, today you need to go hard, today you need to recover, so we can
Mm.
scan what is going on inside the brain, the body. So it's quite interesting. I think combat sports needs that. I kept you for a long time already because it's always good to talk to you. So I'll just ask you one more question. The Haggerty super fight, what's going on with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I one championship hasn't say nothing about that even before, like now he got injury. So I don't know.
Maybe 2 years.
Uh yeah, like I think now I want to fight as soon as I can, like after this fight, I will try to get on the Tokyo card or something like around that. And I think just they need to put some fights in the division, to happen and get me some contenders.
Do you think there will be any strikers moving to MMA? Anybody you see who could be interesting? Is there anybody you like to watch in Muay Thai or kickboxing that you think, okay,
I think that's not very common, like guys go for MMA, but most like the Rutolos, that are grapplers. Those guys are more like likely to go to MMA,
true. But I guess
But
because everybody sees Poitin, and if you look, he became the biggest star in the world in like
yeah,
3 years. So maybe
yeah,
he's an outlier, but it's pretty interesting to see a kickboxer do what he did, right? And it's similar for
yeah,
you,
yeah,
right? You're a
yeah,
kickboxer and you became champion of the world.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think that's like he make it possible, so more people should try. I see in the gym a lot of guys, even if you see, man, even on the Friday nights, we got like a lot of good fights happening in bantamweight, and also a lot of guys in Tiger now. I see they want to like sweep. Even Lobo, was talking about this before, but I think when they start to train a lot of grappling, they are like, oh man, because grappling is tiring, like grappling makes you tired.
How's the relationship with Haggerty because of you and Lobo? And there was a little bit of talking. How is it now with him? Do you have a message for him? Do you want to fight him next year when he's recovered? Do you guys have beef with
Who?
him? Haggerty, do you guys have beef with him?
Oh, no, no. It's all good, man. Like I met him in Bangkok, before my fight. His brother was also fighting in the card, and then he came. He talked to me. It was all good, We don't have problem with each other. Lobo and him, I don't know, but Lobo is also chill, man. Like
Yeah,
he's relaxed,
I met him. He's a very
It's,
cool guy. Who is he going to
yeah,
fight
yeah.
next? He needs to have it's important his next fight, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he got a fight yet. He's been training, but I don't think he has a fight.
Needs to solidify his ranking. Dude, I
Yeah,
thought,
he's still in the rankings now, right? He's
yeah,
number 3. So
yeah.
he was talking to me about the fight, like Rumble Egg and another guy who was meant to fight, but the fight got canceled, right? So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Fabrizio, I gotta let you go now. I'm sorry we went a bit longer than usual,
no
but it's
problem,
it's
brother.
been
It's
a long
always good to
time.
talk to you, man.